Every single job that I carry out involves problem solving, and there's always two ways to do a job. I have a couple of jobs that are exactly the same on paper, but completely different in reality. I'm also going to be taking you behind the scenes with the Trade Legends podcast, where I announce a little bit of news. Stick around to the end to hear the full story.
Oh yeah.
Bloody hell.
How can two jobs that are like exactly the same be completely different at the same time? Where is the key? This is now officially broken. Watch out, you. Having a clear out at home. I've got 2 EV installs to do, a consumer unit to replace, lights to put up, an Eddie to install, and then to finish it off, I'm gonna have a set of headphones on because I'm on a podcast. So both of these EV installs, they have a consumer unit in the middle of the house. This one's got a suspended floor, but the access I've got in between the outside and the middle of the house is this tiny little hole which is under some built-in furniture, which I can't show you inside. But I can show you underneath the floor, and there is plenty of room to work with here. So this shouldn't be a bad job at all. I can see an air brick here, and that tells me that that's underneath the suspended floor. So I'm going to drill a hole down at an angle and rod it through and try and get my cable there. Whereas the job you're going to see in a little bit, it's a concrete floor, and with that my options are very limited. So I'm straight in with the 10mm SDS drill bit. That feels good. And then it's time for the 20mm SDS bit to open up the hole big enough to get my cable through. Right, let's get some rods. These are the super rods, and they come with some accessories which can be very handy. The yellow ones are the most flexible, so I'm going to use those. Well, a yellow one, then reds. In this little accessory capsule, there's this one which has a little light on it, which should help me find it under the floor. And I also have these other ones which are like glow in the dark, but I do break those. So, and then it screws on, and then once it's got to a certain point, it turns the light on. Nice. Floppy floppy. That's going very nicely. Oh, hit something there. I can see it. Just bang my head. And again. That is stage 1 anyway. If you don't like spiders, don't do this. I couldn't get the rods from the outside to that hole in the middle of the house, so I am now rodding both ways, and then I'm going to pull the cable through to this hole, tie it to the other rod, and then continue it to the consumer unit. Now that may have seemed like a nightmare, but that was okay actually. Get off. Chop. Chop. Oh, not the best cutters. Hopefully that'll go straight through. I love biscoffees, and got a Pinocchio mug. Nice. So this is escalated. It's not just EV installs that I do, so sometimes my customers ask me to do additional works, and in this case it was relocating and adding a light fitting in the hallway. These jobs take me ages, especially when there's other stuff to do, and when you get given toffee pie. It's so good, but I shouldn't be eating this, but I'm going to eat it all. YouTube customers again, and they were so good to me. With all of these jobs I do my absolute best, but it does come at a cost. I'm in a bit of a mad rush now. I need to get to CEF before they shut, because I'm miles away from home again tomorrow. I'm always running late, but it's always going home running late. I'm always like early getting to a job. Right, I think I've got everything. So what I'm doing is relocating this consumer unit to up here because there's a new cylinder going in here. We need to install an eddy as well. I am fully committed at this stage. And all these cables are now too short, so I'm going to have to install a junction box here and extend all of these up here.
Now, like most of my jobs that I take on now, this was another remote survey, so I never really know what I'm letting myself in for until I get to the job.
Need to make a few adjustments. Gonna get my van all messy now. How does this work? Story of my life, this battery thing. Immediately regret lack of PPE there. Oh yeah, just quickly, this battery I've got in the back of the van is excellent, but it keeps running out of battery. So I've got some solar panels in order, and I'm going to stick them on the roof of the van, which will charge the battery all the time, and hopefully the van will be off grid. So if you want to see that video, subscribe to my channel.
It's not just the consumer unit that I'm replacing today, I'm also removing the old existing EV charger consumer unit and extending that circuit into the new consumer unit. I'm also installing an eddy, which you'll see in a minute.
Now every time I do a consumer unit, it's always slightly different, and I've spent so long extending everything up to this board. It's now 20 to 2 and I haven't put a single cable away yet. And then I'm still trying to work out now the best way of dressing it in the board, because they're all going up and they're going to go in the middle, and I want to make it as neat as possible. So if you're an apprentice and you're always finding yourself struggle when you do consumer units, it's perfectly normal, and you have to make it really up as you go along most of the time, unless you're doing like standard new builds or something where it's always the same.
I decided to dress all the cables that are coming from the bottom first, and then the cables at the top will then lap over, which gives me a nice finish. I really need to get this job wrapped up, and as you can see on my left hand side there is the eddy that I installed, all ready for the new cylinder to be fitted next week. Now for the finishing touches, the labelling, and put the flappy lid back on the front.
Done. I need to make a list of things to get tomorrow, because that job took me so long today. I didn't get a chance to empty my van or get materials because all the wholesalers are shut, so I've got to get up early now, get those things done. But I'm making a list on Tradeify. They have a to-do list, so I'm using that. My Napit software open here, getting my certificate done for the consumer unit today. I'm still going through my open quote inquiries that have come today, so loads going on. And hello you, I've got this on charge because that ran out today, so I still need to get that back in the van tonight. And also I'm trying to get all of these batteries on charge because that battery's dead. I haven't been able to charge them, so... Morning! Ba, 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 ba.
A little bit of behind the scenes here for you. So when people think us tradesmen just go to work and come home again, we have all these additional things to do, like get rid of all the rubbish and prep the van for the next day.
Today's another hypervolt. You can see where this is going, can't you? But I haven't decided what trunking I'm going to use yet. I'll be completely honest with you. I didn't finish work till gone 10 o'clock last night. I'm absolutely knackered, so I'm just going to sit here for a minute. And my missus very kindly got up early and made me a fresh pastry. I've noticed that when customers give you cups, you get a little bit of an insight into what they like. So today we have Donington 2015, so these guys, by the looks of it, are into superbike racing. Interesting. Got a slight issue here. Oh no! Right. Multi-tool is stuck. These drawers are great until this happens. Yes! Ugh.
This is the EV job with the concrete floors, which means I have to install trunking. First thing to do is drill my holes through, but I can't do it on a hammer because I don't want to blow the brickwork.
That was hard work. Let's see where we came out. Normally I'd use my core hole bit if I'm drilling outwards, but where I'm putting that trunking in, I haven't got the width to allow for my 28mm hole bit. So I've just powered through, not on hammer, so I didn't blow as much brickwork, and this is how it's turned out. Not bad. Now I can do the 20mm bit from the outside in because I know where the hole is. So that was the hardest bit without a doubt. Now I just need to find and see if I can drill through into the understairs cupboard. And that's just like a dot and dab single course blockwork wall, I think. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Which it wasn't, straight through, no problem. Now I can get the outside hole drilled. My little tester piece. Now for a quick clean up, and yes, us electricians know how to use a hoover. I'm going to get this trunking all attached, fixed back, and now I can get my cable pulled all the way through to the middle of the house. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean you shouldn't clean it. Once I'm finished in a room, I like to clean it, clear it and get out so the customer can have it back and I can move on. I think that's quite a tidy finish, to be honest, and the customer's happy, and that is the main thing. My next job is to install the 𝐾𝐬 unit, and unlike the other job where I had to put the new consumer unit off the main tails, this one is going to get fed off the existing consumer unit. The reason I've been using these Proteus consumer units is one, there's plenty of room to work in it, the RCBOs are suitable for EV chargers, and that main switch, well, no other manufacturer makes one like it. I'm installing 2 cable glands in the bottom of this hypervolt charger. One is for the EV Ultra and the second one is for the Cat5, which I'm having to clip direct along the wall to the meter box. I'll explain why I'm doing this in just a minute. So with this one, it's completely different again to the one you saw in the previous video, but you may have noticed I've run a Cat5 externally as well, and that's because we don't have meter tails from here to the house. We have an armoured, which I'll show in a minute, shocking, but I've still run an EV Ultra from here to inside because where the consumer unit is the router. So if I need a hardwiring internet connection, I can use this cable still. So I'm not going to cut it off. So Cat5 from here to the router, Cat5 here to the meter box, and then obviously the power from the consumer unit, which feeds my consumer unit, which feeds this. And look at this. I don't even know what to do with this. New build, just hanging. Just don't know, you can't fix it to anything. I just don't know the answer to that. So if you have any idea what to do with that, let me know, but I haven't got a clue. Don't know how it got signed off either. Any suggestions would be appreciated. Anyway, another thing I like about this board is you can take that front lid off, which means it's easy to put your labels on it before that flappy lid slaps your fingers. So hopefully from what you've seen in this one and the other job, is that basically on paper they're exactly the same job. Both have a consumer unit in the middle of the house, both have an EV charger on the outside of the house, but the installation methods are completely different. So when people talk about like a standard installation, to me I don't think there's such a thing, because every job I do there's something slightly different, a different challenge every day. Where has it gone? Right. And once I wrap this up, I've got a little Brucey bonus to show you. Right, check this out. So all these garages now in these new builds, they have like a 2.5mm supplying them all the time. Stop doing that, builders, because what happens is people plug tumble dryers in and this happens. They burn. So I'm going to swap that out now. And that's why you check these things. This didn't take me long to swap out, and then it's time for a big clear up, and I want to take you to somewhere I've been wanting to visit for quite a while. So this is behind the scenes at the Trade Legends podcast.
Let me go back.
So I'm quitting being an electrician.
Oh yeah.
Bloody hell.
There's your clickbait.
There you go.
Oh, I believed him as well, mate. Yeah. I know. As soon as he said it, I went.